Alright, what's up guys? Today we got this 19 F-150 in here. We're going to be installing Morimoto's 2 banger pod lights with the hood mounts. It's pretty self-explanatory. They give you the plug and play harness that goes with it. It comes with your switch, your relay. All you got to do is run the wires and hook it up to the batteries. So let's get started. Start by putting the brackets on to mount the lights. These mount right to the hood brackets. It really can't get any easier. Some of them, they mount into the cowl and things, but this one here, you're going to want to have the outside or the slots facing towards the outside. And we're going to undo these 2 hood bolts. We're going to do one side at a time. That way we don't mess up the hood alignment too much. You're just going to want to loosen these about halfway, just enough to get your bracket in there. They slide right in under the nuts, snug it tight, and then it's on. And then we'll close the hood and we'll mount the lights up here, and then we'll get to the wiring. So if you did everything right, your hood gap should still be pretty much the same. And this is how these are gonna sit, and your light is gonna mount right on top of that. And then when we get to it, I'll show you guys how to run the wires and mount the light. All right guys, so it's pretty simple to put these light brackets on. You got your light here, you have a series of holes. They're all for, you can get a bunch of different kind of mounts through Morimoto. Ours are just the generic ones that come with it. So we're gonna use this lower hole here and this hole here. And you have your bracket. It's nice, got the Morimoto logo in it. You have your 4 side screws, and then you have your mounting screw, washer, and nut. And it's gonna look something like this when it's all done. You can adjust your angle right here. Once you get it to your desired beam angle, you can tighten both of those up, and then you can see the mounting carriage bolt underneath that you can choose your beam direction with. I have mine tight, but you get the point there. Pretty sharp looking. So I actually made a mistake on that previous clip there, guys. You're gonna wanna use the top hole, not the lower hole. The top hole is going to be in the adjuster, and your back hole is going to be the solid mount. All right, guys, we got the lights all put on and adjusted where we want them. So now it's time to get into the wiring. And it's pretty self-explanatory. You have your relay already wired into the harness. Everything's all connected, heat shrinked really nice with this nice convolute. So they give you your 2 light outputs right here, if the camera would focus. And then you have a battery, positive and negative. Over here, you have the plug for your inside switch that you're gonna run through the firewall. And then it comes with some extras. So they give you the option, if you have a Super Duty or a RAM, to hook the switch wire up to your upfitter switches, which is pretty cool, and it uses their same connectors, so you don't have to change any wiring or do any soldering or crimping. There's 2 light extensions in case the wires that are attached to the harness for the 2 lights aren't long enough for you. And then you have your switch, and Morimoto has a really killer looking switch. The function on it is really nice, and it looks really good in the truck. And that just plugs right into your switch harness. It's pretty self-explanatory. Let's get to it. All right, guys, so it's time to mount the switch in the dash, and this customer already has a switch for some rock lights in here. And the best spot I found to keep it in line and kind of keep everything clean is right there. So we got our center marked. I measured where the center of this switch was off of this line as a reference, this edge here of the plastic. So we're gonna go ahead and get that hole drilled, mount the switch, and then run the wiring through the firewall. All right, guys, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a little pass through on that grommet down there. And then we just ran it with the factory harness over the engine, up over to here. Just tucked the relay that comes with it here. I wish Morimoto would give you a little bit more room on these harnesses, because you just can't split the positive and the negative far enough apart to not have one sitting over the battery, and I really don't like that. And we got our light wiring, runs all through the cowl, all tucked up nice. Comes out through the rubbers and into the light. It looks good.